Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Hussain Bashkolachi YouTube channel is with you, and we are discussing the Iran healthcare resilience and healthcare in siege. And we are learning some lesson or drawing some lessons so that in such situation where everything is under attack and everything is not permissible outside, only the bombs, drones, and cluster bombs are there, how the healthcare system, doctors, nurses, and even the health workers are working in Iran. That is, I think, a great lesson. And this is the 16th day when I am recording. This is the 16th March when I am just recording this, and almost on 28th this was started, and ultimately we have this is the third week of the uh, years war, you can say, and sometime it is considered as a third world war, and this war is not being fought as in the first and second on the ground or boots on the ground, but only skies and aerial attacks. Missiles are moving, swarming, going into just like the rains of the ammunition coming from Israel, coming from USA, based in Gulf countries, and then in retaliation, one is also firing same kind of ammunition, same kind of situation. So let us go see how the blood banks and blood transfusion is working in Iran. So through though nowadays the artificial intelligence and other things are there, so it's easy to extract the summary and to make presentation, to make video, thanks to the technology that people like me are able to communicate not only in the south, west, east, but even in a difficult situation, you get proper information, and sometimes it is super verified information. So let us share the presentation, and then we shall continue with this presentation. So with this, I think we are starting our presentation, and you will find that how the system of the Iran is working. So the blood bank and the Iranian healthcare under siege, how is in the war, emergency medical response to bombing and aerial attacks in Iran, but particularly we are considering the blood bags and other kind of uh, supplies. And you can see in this presentation, you can see that this is a blood bag with some kind of information, what is the group, so on and so forth. And let us move further. And this gives you a clear picture that Iranian people are eager to donate blood as deadly US Israel attacks continue across Iran. Tehran residents donate blood amid ongoing US Israel attack on Iran. So, great lesson that even the life of the donor is at risk, but even then they are donating the blood, and the hospital is functional in that kind of situation. This is, I think, a great lesson. This picture shows, you can see the dress, you can see the confidence, you can see this is not a young person. This is of a middle age, and everything looks safe, everything looks properly organized. You can see the bed, you can see the trained health worker, and so on and so forth. So this is the situation which gives me and you confidence that even under the rain of the bullets and bombards, they are kind of projectiles, but even the healthcare system of the Iran. These are the real pictures. And then you can see that under the rebels, under the most damaged buildings, even the health workers and the International Committee of the Red Cross, as well as UNICEF and some other organizations, but properly the main responsibility is with the Iranian people. Even then, in that situation, while the buildings are burning, damaged, bombardment is coming one after the other, but even then, the situation is. So, what is a blood bank? A blood bank is a medical facility where blood is collected, tested, stored, and distributed for the transfusion. Transfusion means that is a kind of medical procedure in which you inject the blood when it is required, or there is a heavy bleeding or a serious operation is going on. Main components stored are red blood cells, plasma, platelets, whole blood. And this you can see that how the smokes and the situation is. 1,300 people have been killed in Iran since the war began on February 28th. Uh, so, how much is needed? War injury often cause severe bleeding and trauma, both bleeding and trauma. Common causes bomb explosion, missile strikes, aerial bombardment, gunshot wounds, burn injuries. Severe hemorrhage is a leading preventable cause of death in war casualties. So blood transfusion is a high emergency and a biological product which only the human being can provide. And you can see that how the flats, houses are damaged, but even the donation of the people to the blood banks, their blood in sufficient quantity shows that how resilient is the Iranian system. So around 20% or more trauma casualty require blood transfusion. In humanitarian emergencies, 10 to 85% of injured patients may need blood. In bombing incident, about 38 to 40% of victims receive transfusion. 30 to 40% means every second. Around 10% require massive transfusion. Explosion injuries often require large quantity of blood. Example, average 3 to 4 units of blood bags per patient. Severe trauma, 10 to 8. Multiple injuries may require 28 units. You can see the demand and the requirement. Even then, the people of Iran are providing all the required, and they are not sending appeal any side outside the Iran. Blood banks face several problems during many problems. Sudden surgeon injury patients, shortage of blood donors, damage to hospitals, transportation difficulties, limited refrigeration and storage capacity. Public blood donation becomes essential during war benefits, saves life of injured civilians, supports emergency surgeries, prevent deaths from the blood loss. Important blood groups: O negative, universal donor; O positive, most commonly used AB, AB, and AB groups. These are the most required there. Hospitals keep O negative blood for emergency use. The organization involved maintaining blood supply, hospitals, national blood banks, Red Cross, World Health Organization. War causes many injuries with severe bleeding. Key points: blood transfusion saves life. Blood banks must be prepared. Public blood donation is critical. 1 unit of donated blood can save multiple lives. So this is the situation, but even the flag of the Iran is I think, in a full force, and there is a kind of aura, kind of motivation, kind of will to deal with most powerful country in the history of mankind. Once again, you can see that how the blood banks are functional. So with this, I think I am ending my presentation, and with this, I think we are once again seeing that the health system of the Iran is still in a good condition, and we can have this kind of lessons that even in worst of the worst situation, you can perform the best of the best as the Iranian system is working. So Dr. Hussein Bashpolachi YouTube channel is with you, and please like it, share it, and drop your comments and tell me in which country you are listening, and if these are the aspects which are not being discussed in the mainstream media or even in the press conferences, vlog, but I am trying to draw certain lessons and give you a picture from public health point of view. And we have sympathy with the patients, whether they are in Iran, whether they are in Israel, whether they are in Gulf countries. We stand for the peace and we condemn the attack on the civilian hospitals, doctors, and the Iranian health system has given a lesson back to the whole world that even worst of the worst situation, you can perform with your best abilities, risking your life but saving the lives of the many people. I think that is sacrifice of the medical profession in which the female doctors, nurses, health workers, I think in Iran they are called behros, and primary health care workers. So once again, I think we want to show you and end with this presentation. Thank you very much, and please share and like Dr. Hussein Bashkolachi YouTube channel. And with this, I think we are ending the meeting. Thank you very much.